Who the hell is Arron Banks? Described by Dubai-dwelling, trust budget-loving Isabel Oakeshott as a bad boy of Brexit and coming in at 18 on Memorial Device's worst people on the planet. Arron Banks is the multi-millionaire that funded the Leave.eu campaign, current West of England mayoral candidate for Reform UK, and one of the big posh faces of the British right wing. Arron Banks loves a bit of Nigel Farage, and when I say loves, I mean he's willing to throw millions at Nigel to make sure Reform's Colonel Kermit is nice and comfortable. Very kind of him, don't you think? Mr. Banks is rumoured to have chucked over £8 million at various Leave-based organisations on the lead-up to the Brexit vote in 2016. That's a lot of love for Nigel. But the Leave campaign wasn't all love. Leave.eu have been accused of making weird little fake videos of migrants committing crimes and crossing the channel via unconventional means. They're also responsible for the infamous breaking point image that bears a striking resemblance to propaganda from a particular Central European party in the mid-30s. During that whole Brexit thing, Mr. Banks procured the services of a company called Goddard Gunster. Now called Gunster Strategies, this company essentially provides strategic political PR and lobbying services for, well, whoever's willing to pay them. Previous work includes the infamous Harry and Louise ads that opposed Clinton's aim for universal healthcare in the US.
They choose.
We lose.
And ad campaigns for Boris Yeltsin as he led a Russian coup that resulted in hyperinflation of 2,000% and ultimately the rise of Vladimir Putin. Beyond that, Gunster Strategies also list the UK economy ruining Kwasi Kwarteng in their illustrious list of staff members, or whoever hired him deserves a raise. But Arron Banks wasn't done there. He's flown Nigel over to the US on several occasions to meet with various figures on the US political right, including Trump himself, and has allegedly paid £11,000 for Nigel to have a little telly chat with that Tucker Carlson maniac.
You're getting a vigorous spanking because you've been a bad girl. And it has to be this way.
Of course, Mr. Banks wasn't going to let our Nigel stay in travel lodges and drive himself around after Brexit. God forbid. No, according to Channel 4, Arron was chucking $13,000 a month at renting Nigel a lovely house in Chelsea, as well as tens of thousands on security details and drivers to drive Nigel around. No doubt, just to the pub and back. He really likes it there, apparently. All this while Nigel was raking in €100,000 a year as a member of European Parliament. Now where's Arron getting all this money, I hear you say? Well, Mr. Banks has had a few companies in the insurance and finance sectors in his time, all completely above board, I'm sure. Even if his company Eldon did put 150 members of his UK staff on garden leave so they could try outsourcing their jobs to South Africa. I'm sure that's just good for business, though. Arron's also dipped his toe in digital data companies. Again, I'm sure that's completely fine considering Banks' history with data security. And, well, he's also had a couple literal diamond mines here and there. Now, as I'm sure you probably guessed, diamond mining has a bit of a patchy history when it comes to, I don't know, human rights violations and general workplace safety, but I'm sure Arron's mines had nothing to do with any of that. I do find it interesting, though, that Mr. Banks allegedly chucks about £300,000 in campaigning finances to get himself a couple mining licenses here and there. But what do I know about the ins and outs of diamond mining? After Brexit, Mr. Banks has enjoyed a more relaxed life, spending his days advocating for NHS privatisation, hiring private investigators to find Noel Edmonds, and blaming all of Bristol's crime on its Somalian and Romanian communities. So to recap, if you're into privatised healthcare, Tucker Carlson and outsourcing jobs to South Africa, vote Arron Banks to be the mayor of the West of England. But if you'd like better public transport, building more houses and fighting climate change, well, I guess you'd better vote for Mary Page then.